Hello everyone, this is your host TrevCL, and welcome to another Pokemon Challenge video. Join me in another edition of the 7-minute solo series as I try to answer the question, can you beat Pokemon LeafGreen with only a single Sunflora? While Sunkern is notorious for being among the weakest Pokemon ever, Sunflora actually has rather respectable stats. Sure, base 30 speed is incredibly slow, and base 55 defense isn't exactly sturdy, but 75 HP and 85 SpDef make it a pretty good special wall, and 75 attack and 105 special attack can make it quite dangerous offensively. Add in Chlorophyll that allows Sunflora to double its speed into usable territory, and you've got quite a solid Pokemon. Unfortunately, Sunflora's level up and TM/HM move pool leaves a lot to be desired. Limited to grass and normal attacks prior to the post game, I can already tell that trainers like Blaine, Agatha, and Lance are going to be a nightmare to deal with. Thankfully, Sunflora has quite the vast support move pool, supporting moves like Sunny Day, Synthesis, and Leech Seed, as well as Growth. Finishing off the intro section are the rules. Sticking with the usual 3, only Sunflora in battle, no item used from the bag during battle, and no hacks, cheats, or glitches. Let's get into the run. Starting off the run, Sunflora is so much stronger than anything you can normally get at this stage of the game. So in combination with having the best type advantage over the first 2 gyms, and getting access to Growth at level 6 and Razor Leaf at level 13, I don't think anybody would be surprised to learn that both Brock and Misty got absolutely obliterated. Lieutenant Surge was also pretty easy, although nowhere close to the level of the previous 2 gyms. I used Voltorb as a means of setup, and while my health got all the way down to 34, I was able to set up a Sunny Day to double my speed. After that, only 3 Razor Leafs are needed to sweep. I knew going into the Erica fight that I would need a stronger normal move than Secret Power if I wanted to have a chance. So I taught Sunflora the all or nothing move, Hyper Beam, to hopefully get past some of her big threats. Leading off was her Victory Bell, which immediately crit me with an Acid. Hyper Beam was enough for the one-shot, however. With Tangela's low SpDef, 3 Razor Leafs were enough to take it down after some wasted turns of recharging, a Hyper Potion, and a missed Poison Powder. Last up was her Vileplume, and I was unsure of Sunflora's ability to OHKO even with Hyper Beam. So after getting off a Razor Leaf in exchange for being Stun Spored, I dodged the full paralysis and take out the Vileplume with Hyper Beam. After beating each of the first 4 gym leaders on my first try, Koga was a big wake-up call. I just kept losing over and over and over again. I had one attempt where I could get close to winning against his Weezing, but came up just short in the end. I decided to go and try out Sivko, and while I gained many levels thanks to the countless grunts, I ultimately stood no chance against my rival's Charizard. However, these extra levels, in addition to a moveset change, did allow me to beat Koga. After 2 growths and a Sunny Day against his lead Coughing, every one of the falling Pokemon went down to Solar Beam, despite the resistance. My rival was still not happening at this point, but beating Koga did open up a lot more options to level up, as well as giving me access to Blaine. I'll admit, he definitely wasn't easy. He did take a decent amount of tries. However, with the addition of Light Screen to my moveset, Sunflora sponges up 4 Fire Blasts, including a Sun boosted one. This allows me to set up the same 2 growths and a Sunny Day that I used for Koga, and the battle went the exact same way. With the increased level, I hoped my rival would be possible now. Just like the last few key battles, it did take quite a few tries, but eventually I was able to set up not 1, not 2, but 3 growths in addition to a Sunny Day. With this power and my level advantage, even Charizard with its ×4 resistance could not stand up to the power of Solar Beam. I was worried afterwards when the sun ran out against Gyarados, but thankfully Bite did minuscule damage, allowing me to get by with just 9 HP. With this massive level advantage, it should be no surprise that both of the next gym leaders, Sabrina and Giovanni, went back to being on par with the first 4 gym leaders rather than the last 2. The tried and true strategy of Light Screen plus Growth plus Sunny Day plus Solar Beam utterly annihilates Sabrina. Giovanni could have given me some major problems due to his Nidoqueen paralyzing me with Body Slam. Even with Sunny Day, Sunflora was still slow and susceptible to taking many hits. Again though, the level advantage is just too far in my favor and Giovanni goes down. My rival once again gives me a reality check, and even after grinding all the way to 71 and attempting to fight at least 30 times, I basically had to rely on a Solar Beam crit against his Charizard. While I'm not ecstatic about the potential level I'll have to be to beat the champion version of this battle, at the very least I was finally able to beat him down. Sunflora so far has either had ridiculously easy key battles that take one try, or ridiculously hard battles that take 10, 20, or even 30 or more attempts. And something tells me the Elite Four will not be changing that trend. Luckily for me, the first two members of the Elite Four, Lorelei and Bruno, are pretty simple to dispatch of. Once again, Light Screen comes to my rescue, completely neutralizing the damage done to me by her ice types. Bruno was a complete pushover, as he usually is against special attackers not weak to fighting. Onyx is just way too easy to set up on, and with the combination of Growth plus Sunny Day, Sunflora reigns supreme. As I mentioned in the intro part of my video, the next two members, Agatha and Lance, will push Sunflora to the brink. Although, I must say, Agatha wasn't actually too bad. While yes, she did cause me to have to grind a bit more against Lorelei and Bruno to gain a couple more levels, that was it. Once I had the longevity of leftovers combined with the power to take down Golbat with a single solar beam, mixed in with some good luck as well, I've only got 2 more battles to go. You may see this attempt at level 90 and think, man, was Lance really this much of a barrier? I'll admit, like Agatha, he caused me to have to do some grinding. But I also decided to finally dump all my rare candies into Sunflora to make Agatha consistent, in addition to adding Giga Drain back into my moveset. With this, I have sufficient power points to deal with all of his Pokemon, which Solar Beam alone was unable to do with the limited amount of PP restoring items you can find. After taking out his last Dragonair, the big reason for the rare candies is coming up. The final battle with my rival. Let's beat this game. Just like my last 2 battles against him, all my attempts are against Pidgeot and Charizard. Pidgeot now knows Sand Attack, which is honestly the only reason this kept going on for many attempts. Every time I would look to get past both of them, I would either miss against the Pidgeot or against the Charizard. Finally, I get up enough growths to have the power to get past his dreaded Charizard. While Sunflora does end up with some sand in its eyes, I hit the 2 most important attacks, Giga Drain against Pidgeot and Solar Beam against Charizard. At this point, as long as I don't run out of PP, I should have enough of an advantage with my growths and level that nothing else should stand up to me. Exeggutor gave me the most trouble in this attempt, dodging a Giga Drain, living a Giga Drain, and putting me to sleep. But eventually, even Exeggutor goes down after long enough. After that, both Rhydon and Gyarados go down easily. I've done it. I've beaten Pokemon LeafGreen with only a single Sunflora. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I've got some more ideas for these short videos, but you should be seeing more of my regular style videos coming frequently over the next few months as well. Thank you guys all for watching, and I will see everyone next time. Peace!